The power of the dark. Side.
Hi everyone, I'm Marco from Syndicate Games. Today I'm joined by a very special guest. Why don't you introduce yourself?
What's up, people? DBofficial125. I'm sure some of you have recognized me already. If you're new to me, then feel free to check out my channel. Let's do this, Marco.
I'll put the link down in the description. Well, today we're going to talk about the benefits we can only think of with the stopping of the Game Changer program. And I can only think of benefits. I can't think of any bad things about it. What about you?
Yeah, there's not really any sort of downside as far as I'm concerned, because the program has essentially been gone since, October or so? I mean, I've not really had any early access or anything since then anyway. So,
the test accounts got deleted temporarily.
Yeah, they all kind of disappeared back then. After that, we had what was it was the original test account we had. It really wasn't very good. It's essentially just a normal account. You know, we can't start in certain phases of the Sith raid. We can't face our own comps or anything. We rely on somebody else.
The thing was you had every character unlocked when you wanted.
Yeah, that was the perks. The original test account was fantastic, and then around October we lost that. And we lost all the early access anyway. So yeah, it's not going to make a difference to any of the game changes, but it should help out the the smaller creators that didn't have that access before.
Yeah, and now even when there isn't going to get gameplay unveiling, which Arnold did a lot with new characters, other people, not only content creators, they can just easily theory craft and come with new teams that wouldn't have came if there would be gameplays shown of it. The Dooku with Mother Talzin is an example of that, but that's just a video was made about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, because a lot of the time Capital Games would either send us footage and it had their ideas in. You've probably seen my videos where I've taken the mick out of some of their questionable gameplay choices, but before that, we had the character for 2 or 3 days early, and we're able to do all that theory crafting before anybody else did. Now, obviously, it's a bit more of a level playing field, and I think there should be a little bit more room for fun for the other creators to kind of come up with ideas before the big names have got their hands on it and already covered all the ground.
Yeah, and then if little channels go make a video, they won't get any. They won't get a lot of views, because now everyone can theory craft, not only the content creators, just everyone. That's really useful in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like I said, definitely opens up the playing field for other people to get in the mix as well on brand new content, because it's kind of we're all going to find the stuff out at the same time now. So as long as you got it developed or can afford to just develop it straight away, then everyone should be chasing the same teams and the same ideas at the same time, so it should be interesting. Yeah,
in the past it was gameplay shown by game changers, and only little channels could show the kit review from the forum posts.
Yeah, dude, my channel's definitely not the biggest of the game changers, and for most of the time I was in the program, I had about 1,000 subs anyway, and I remember, if I released a video on something, I'd get 500, 1,000 views or something like that, because all the big names had already got this out, so nobody was going to come and check out my channel. So
that's really true. Still, I like the part when they showed gameplay, because then I was oh, the character looks fun, but that's not all of it. It's the benefits are just good here. Can you think of any parts that won't be as good now?
I suppose it depends how much the theory crafting game changers like myself are involved in testing, because for example, I wasn't involved at all in the Jedi Revan testing or the Darth Revan testing, and you saw all the problems we had. There was some horrendous problems and constant reworks and stuff like that, whereas I was involved in the Padme testing, and as a result found a few things, reported them back, and it was a smoother release. So that's probably the only possible downside that really stands out to me, is there's a chance if we're not really brought in to test things again, that we're gonna have some more clunky releases that end up having to be nerfed or buffed or whatever within a week of being released to the public. That's the only real downside.
Yeah, that's true, but we can think of more benefit. Like I am always like I'm keeping at the point where it's good for little channels now too, and yeah, I'm repeating this all the time, but also yeah, it gives more fun to the players itself because they can now theory craft, they can think, they can like prepare their teams if they are thinking like an event is coming. They don't have to panic farm then if they know characters coming. They can already like. They can like already prepare the rest of the squad you would need for it if it's possible.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there were people before that weren't happy, you know, when a new release comes out and we've already tested it and already told them what to do. And I know the community likes the theory craft as well. I mean, I was originally...
They bring back the rock, paper, scissors in the meta because like now we can tell them what to do to get in the meta. They can like get there themselves.
I would love to see a rock paper scissors meta again. It's so
we have seen
boring when it's just
year, then
one
team took over.
Yeah, it's like once Revan arrived, and I don't really think Revan himself was the problem for the Jedi. It's Joe Lee is the problem because so many teams could drop characters, but then Joe Lee just brings the whole bloody team back, and you're like, oh, right back to square one. That was the problem. I think Joe Lee was too powerful. I would have released him and created him totally different. I would have had him only revive Old Republic allies, which means he can bring back Revan and Bastila, but not the Jedi allies in Kenobi and Yoda, who were the problems when you're facing them, because he wasn't a Jedi anyway.
So, revive Meganic.
It's such an overpowered mechanic for what was just a marquee release that most people didn't even know. So yeah, Joe Lee was the problem.
It's a Zeta, but still. Too OP. Yeah,
I agree. What did you think about the Malak release and all the drama we had with that?
It was like panic farm, but more in the power instead of in the characters. Like if you had the characters, it's the power problem. You got to gear them up in time, and it makes it too much a pay-to-play game.
Yeah, I myself was really unhappy with Malak, because that happened in a period where the game changes. We weren't getting notice or any news. We had no idea this was coming. And I just logged on one day and boom, it was there. And I was like, oh, right. So just sorted out Darth Revan and now he's completely pointless because I can't get Malak.
Yeah, we already got a kind of hint that Malak was coming when you finished the Darth Revan event. And then that's like a benefit I could see when it still was there. They knew about Darth Revan coming. They were preparing for it, a lot of people. And when they saw the end of the event, they were like, yeah, Malak is totally coming.
Yeah, I think they spoiled that Darth Revan was coming themselves, didn't they? When they released that Gamorrean guard with 3 Zetas.
Yeah, the Darth Gamorrean guard.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we know what's coming now because his team was all Old Republic era Sith, so it's like, right, that's pretty obvious.
We saw the leak with the 3 Zetas Darth Gamorrean guard.
That was a Warrior video, I believe, that little clip. That was actually footage that Capital Games sent us as well, so that wasn't even on Warrior, that was Capital Games sending...
It's like something you gotta think of yourself.
Yeah, so they screwed that one up themselves, and but yeah, Malak, I don't think anyone was expecting that 17,500 power that was required. That was
still then it's a really hard event for the light side. The dark side part is okay, but the light side is really hard.
Yeah, the dark side one was easy. I've done that. I've helped a few patrons out with this. The light side one, I didn't find it as difficult. It took me 2 turns to get through. It comes down to just needing a high crit chance on what's his name, Zalbar, so you get enough armor shreds because they stick for a crit. So you just get his crit chance really high, spam that on, and then wipe the team out, and it kind of goes pretty smoothly, smoother than I expected after seeing a lot of people's panic anyway.
Yeah, that's totally true. I can I actually like the new events coming because now you gotta use strategy, and but the stupid thing with the game change, they already told you what a strategy was. It's way funnier if you can think of your own strategy, or that makes the event maybe harder, but makes it more fun though. You get more playtime and such.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, Capital Games would tell us the strategy. Originally, they didn't give any whatsoever, and it just kind of came down to the few of us that, were fairly good at theory craft, and we'd figure things out. But some people obviously were struggling, and as a result, Capital Games started to give certain strategy guides to certain characters. but a lot of the time they weren't right anyway, to be honest. I'm not sure who did the in-house testing, but some of the strategy guides I got, one of them was about Holdo with General Kenobi, and she actually negates his kit, so that didn't make any sense. So some of these strategy guides were, I read them and just be like, nope, that's wrong, and just kind of do my own thing anyway. So that's it. I won't be affected by losing any of this access, because I always just had to do it myself anyway.
Yeah, true. And I'm saying, like, we now at the Brood Alpha really get reveal, and like no one got early access to it, maybe developers, but yeah. It really isn't a problem that Brood Alpha, because now we can theory craft a bit. Like, I got the idea, it gives another slot free. If you have another slot free, you can summon a kind of minion.
Right.
And what the good thing is, in my opinion, there, like, keep your weakest Geonosian or Separatist out of it if you're going to use him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not 100% sure how that works. Is the slot considered, is a sixth member count as a slot, or do you have to have someone die for that?
Think about too. Like, I mean, then it would only be useful if the sixth slot, you should keep one of your 5 slots free in the dark side, light side mods and such. But in the arena, it would like always summon it then.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that play out. I don't get the early access. I haven't had a real chance to see what Geonosian Brood Alpha is like, but I'm excited for the summon mechanic, because it's actually been in Marvel Strike Force for like forever now, and it's a really fun mechanic.
Videos about Marvel Strike Force. It's like they use some of the graphics and such from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, like the stars and the shards and such.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of similarities in the game, and I think as time's gone on, they've tried to, move away from those similarities, but it's going to be difficult. I mean, Galaxy Heroes just brought in the summon mechanic, which is from Marvel Strike Force. So as they move away,
I've seen a forum post about some of the devices not being able to run Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes anymore because new graphics. So maybe Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes will get totally new graphics, which will be way different than Marvel Strike Force. Yeah,
it'd be quite a nice, it'd be quite welcome actually if they, tune the graphics in a way where we get some more animation to the battles rather than just kind of, a ship standing there and just boom,
like
some more animation
walking
to it.
And like a character walking, swinging with a lightsaber, and then like a fly back without moving.
Yeah, it's any sort of additional animations which just tidy up the game's presentation would be welcome. And if they're getting rid of the the older Android devices, then there's no real reason they couldn't do that. So
yeah, I mean, like cool. Those old devices are just, I think it's mostly because you see those old devices can't run the good graphics. It will like burn those old devices, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I used to have a really old device, and it struggled as soon as Fleet came in. Like the game, it would lag and actually just crash at times. Just whenever I played Fleet,
like Game Changers didn't have early access to, because it keeps us curious about how it's going to look like.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be news to all of us when it eventually drops, if they're going to bring anything new in like that. I suspect the new game mode Grand Arena Championship is probably going to be a bit device heavy, and might be one of the reasons for that as well.
Yeah, I'm also wondering, you haven't seen anything about the new, because Old Republic wasn't finished, we've recently saw, but you don't have any footage of or any knowledge of what the new Old Republic will be, right?
No, I mean, all I really know is what we have currently in the game. Like I said, I've not been getting information for ages. I wake up, I turn on the PC, and then there's a news post, and that's the first time I've been finding things out too. So I've heard from Carrie, was on a podcast, I believe the Escape podcast, where she mentioned new Old Republic characters at some stage, because I know she's a fan of the era, so without a doubt she'll probably want to have her favorite characters.
Yeah, like when I was with Doc and videos, where there were like 3 videos in a row where we said to people, stop playing KOTOR. Yeah.
Yes.
I like the part. Yeah, I'm just thinking the only KOTOR part we're still missing right now is what was the name? Reborn Revan. I forgot the name.
Revan Redeemed, basically. Yeah.
I think it's like the only one we are still missing. And if they are going to release new KOTOR, I'm actually 70% sure it's him.
Yeah, I mean, the Reverend Redeemed thing is a difficult subject because technically, if we're looking at the light side Revan, that is the redeemed version. He's in his Starforge robes and he's toppled his former apprentice and he's returned to the light, kind of, because he didn't actually go back to being a Jedi at that point. He toppled Malak and he refused the offer to continue his training and stayed neutral. So that was him redeemed. The actual Jedi Revan was pre-Malak. And was a totally different character. They never actually added that one into the game.
Part that is really weird because in the beginning of the Darth Revan event, Darth Revan has to. You need to pretend like Darth Revan is Jedi Knight Revan because the first few battles, you're using Darth Revan, but he looks like Jedi Knight Revan. He's acting like he's Jedi Knight Revan, but he got a total new look and all.
Yeah, both of the events were. I mean, the light side event. I was outspoken on it before. It's awful. If you play the light side event and you've never played KOTOR, you are not getting any sort of representation of what actually happened in regards to becoming Jedi Knight Revan at all. I would totally ignore that event. The Darth Revan event was better, but yeah, at that stage, you're not a Jedi really, or a Sith. You're still technically the mysterious stranger, as they call you on Paris.
If they will make a Revan Redeemed, I'll wonder what the event will. I think you need both Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan, and Malak. That would be really bad.
Oh, yeah. Don't give him ideas, dude. Don't give him ideas. If anything, I would like to see the light side characters from Knights of the Republic 2 come in, like Meech Surik and stuff like that. We already have the bad guys from that game. We don't have any of the light side, so...
Yeah, I'm still actually hoping when The Rise of the Skywalker comes out that the old Luke will come, or maybe maybe some characters from there at least.
Yeah, there's bound to be a renewed focus on the Resistance, on the First Order. So I've actually started to give them a little bit of attention. I just took Holdo to Gear 11. I just nearly 7-starred Rose. I'm bringing up my First Order, so that they're for sure going to get some shine.
I don't know if you've ever seen Lego Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played the games.
But I mean, like in the shops where you can build it yourselves.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, I actually seen a kind of spoiler from episode 9, kinda. Let me see if I can get that. I really want to show it now.
Okay.
It is like even if you're watching in a shop that is nothing related to it, I can think that it's coming. You can theory craft it will be viable First Order. Like, you can theory craft before it even gets announced or thought of.
Yeah, I'm really hoping for some new units, so I'm hoping that's what you're about to show.
Yeah, well, it might be a new unit. I saw it in... I've never seen that it's a ship, I can say.
Okay.
But I've never seen it in the movies.
I know the First Order fleet in the game is already pretty good, so another ship would be nice.
We only have 4 ships right now, right?
2 of them are Kylo.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it here. Alright, here. Oh wait, I want a better... Here. Alright, this one. Let me just turn on screen share. Here, look, this one.
It's just sharing. Oh, right. And someone's just walked in the middle of recording.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my missus. Hey.
Yeah, but look, I haven't seen this.
I apologize. But yeah, who's that Major?
In a movie or something, or anywhere else?
No, I've not seen that. And who's Major?
I haven't seen him in a Resistance Rewrite.
Hey, Pixie.
Oh, cute. I haven't seen it in Resistance Rewind either.
No.
I don't know if you've seen that, Sherry.
Nope.
Well,
no, not seen that.
It's from there too. I haven't seen it there, if I'm correct.
Okay, well, hopefully that's going to come in along with some new characters.
Oh, yeah, we know this all.
Yeah, we know those ones. So.
Yeah, or maybe because of Resistance Rewrite, the ship is coming. It's like, looks like a bit too red version of Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer.
Yeah, it's a very similar design to that.
Yeah, let me see.
More First Order ships.
Recognize the characters. This is Leia, I think.
Yeah, it said General Leia at the bottom. I didn't recognize the other names though.
Yeah, it's really hard to see. Let me see if I can get a bit. I'm kind of advertising for. What was the name of the ship again? Where did we find the picture?
I don't know, dude.
All right, Legostar. Let me just go.
Search for that info.
Yeah, just maybe get a bigger picture. Oh, here. Oh, there's an. Yeah. Oh, it comes from a Resistance Rewind. I recognize this planet.
Ah, okay.
But I still wonder what is that? I can't read what's standing there.
Nah, not me. My eyes aren't any good at the best of times, let alone a small
I'm now
screen.
really curious what character it is. It is a type. Oh, here's a good one. No.
Yeah, can't read that. Oh, I can see Major Von Reg and TIE Fighter.
I think it's like Major Von Reg. Oh wait, I know. I recognize him. That's the name of the. It's Major. That's his rank, and Von Reg is his name.
Right. Okay.
Wait, what? Major Von Reg. High dot S. It's his TIE Fighter. Couldn't we think of that before?
I don't even know who he is myself. So.
Yeah, I actually. It looks pretty cool. I actually hope it's coming to the game.
Yeah, I mean, I would be happy to see any new units for Resistance or First Order come into the game. I did speak with my buddy Zylo, and they had already mentioned that a new raid is coming towards, that movie's release. So hopefully it ends up being a new trilogy raid. That'd be pretty
Actually, I'm hoping for a ship raid, like that you maybe got to raid the Death Star or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's been asked for forever, isn't it? I myself wanted that way back when I started on Twitch and wasn't even really much of a content creator. So yeah, I was calling for it then.
There will come a ship raid, and maybe that you can unlock Commando Star Destroyer with it if it's the Death Star raid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything like that would be a great addition to the game. There's quite a few like iconic characters we still don't have. There's all sorts they could bring as the reward for unlocking, and we still don't even have Jedi Knight Luke, let alone Jedi Master Luke or
Jedi Master Kenobi.
Yeah, there's so many.
I mean, won't surprise me if Master Kenobi is coming right now. Maybe as a reward for the territory battles.
I wouldn't be surprised either if they bring him in with the Clone Wars era stuff. Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, like. Master Kenobi, there are only 2 characters left we don't have in the game from the front page. And those are Master Kenobi and Jedi Knight Luke.
Yeah, I'm stunned Jedi Knight, I can't even speak. Jedi Knight Luke isn't in the game. I can't believe he's still not here. I thought, when they gave us Commander Luke Skywalker, I thought we would actually get the Jedi equivalent 6-7 months later or something. And here we are now, a year and a half, 2 years later, and it's still not here.
I think if we'll get Jedi Luke Skywalker, it will be the same as a Revan. We get another Luke Skywalker, we get another Journey event.
Oh, it's bound to be another major event. I wouldn't be surprised if Jedi Knight Luke ends up being behind those power wars as well as the Star.
Or maybe you will need Commander Luke Skywalker to finish his training in the event and then get Jedi Knight Luke.
Yeah, I'll end up needing.
We're doing what we were talking about with the game changer skip, that we're now theory crafting.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, I fully expect we'll end up needing Commander Luke Skywalker to get Jedi Knight Luke as well. Yeah, and no doubt they'll bring out a new character close to the time that we'll need for him too, and then everyone will have to be Gear 12, and yeah, I'm sure it'll be a complete nightmare of an event.
Now Shakti, it's the first Marquee event we had in a long time.
Yeah, it was a nice change. I had no incentive whatsoever to take it a 7-star because
mostly what we've learned from the past is when a Marquee event come out and Legendary or Journey events come out.
Yeah, the marquees tend to lead to something bigger, so I would not be surprised if we end up needing Shakti for something at a later date.
What if we need Shakti with the clones to get General Kenobi rescued from the battle in the arena?
Wouldn't surprise me at all. That's actually a pretty good shout, dude.
Yeah, and you need Shakti as leader, maybe not a requirement, but it would be recommended as she's a good clone leader.
Yeah, she's an excellent leader. I've done a little bit of testing with her, really, really impressed. The only reason I didn't take it a 7-star or panic farm or anything is because she needs 4 cryotechs as well. It's I'm not made of money. I can't 7-star her and buy the gear.
Yeah, it would be actually fun if people were made of money.
Yeah, it would
I
be.
mean, like, CG would get their phone number, call them, hey, can you spend some of your arm parts to the game?
I have to sell my kidney to be able to 7-star these new characters, I tell you.
Yeah, well, I think we have like discussed everything right now, even more than we planned to.
Yeah, we covered quite a few subjects there, actually. It's been cool appearing on your video, dude.
Yeah, well, any last words you have?
No, just be sure to subscribe to this channel and be sure to check out mine and throw me a subscription too. Be much appreciated.
I'll post the Discord or the channel link below.
Sure thing, dude. Sounds good.
I'm Marco, and don't forget, ladies and gentlemen,
let the Wookiee win.
I believe I'm self-made, yeah.